Yo. Hello. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Turn off my phone real quick. Yep, there we go. Welcome in. We are back. It was a very busy weekend. Not as busy as the weekend we're gonna have coming up here very soon. Coming up this current weekend, but pretty busy. We had lots of stuff to clean up and get ready. We've got the Sierra Arts BookFest, there you go, in the right hand corner there, coming up on this Saturday. So Dreamer and I have been getting all of our ducks in a row for that, I've been doing some work on our canopy setup, making sure everything is going to work correctly, adding some additional stuff, trying to make it look nicer, trying a little bit. Getting that all together, making sure we have all the pieces, stuff like that, and then also getting our whole backyard cleaned, because then on Sunday we have our graduation party for Mr. Jerf. He's graduating high school coming up here shortly, so we are doing his party on Sunday. So that meant having to clean everything outside, make sure it was all washed down, ready to go. Doing a little bit of pruning out the back fence because things had overgrown a whole bunch, and one, it was worrying me about fire, making sure we had good defensible space back there, and two, it was nasty looking. So yeah, needed to be cleaned up. So got all that done, got everything cleaned up, got the last little bits of our painting that we needed done on the deck and the trim and stuff like that. Probably see some of it. Yeah, got our trims in, got everything painted, all our little nail holes painted and stuff like that. Sora's been enjoying the deck a whole bunch, as you can see here. So yeah, very, very busy. Lots of stuff we did. Passed out, slept. I wouldn't say good last night, but definitely it was like when I was tired, I was tired. I might have went a little hard yesterday getting everything cleaned up and blown out and washed off and stuff like that. So yeah, but we are here today. We're working on some projects for the next few hours. I've got some bookmark changes to do, maybe work on some new designs for that. As we move into getting ready for the release of book number 3 coming soon, and more book events that we're going to be vending at and setting up our booth for. So got those things. I do want to let you know, so we should be good on streams today, Wednesday, and Friday. Those streams should be fine. Next, is it Monday? Is that following Monday? Yes, that next Monday will probably not be a stream due to the fact that our school year for my daughter got extended by one day because of inclement weather and stuff like that. We have what we call contingency days baked into our school district. So when we have an abundance of snow or problems with roadways, sometimes when we had those big fires not too long ago, that shut down a bunch of our schools because the soot and stuff like that got into the ventilation systems and screwed up a bunch of AC units. So we ended up kids ended up having days off, so we had to use contingency days for that. So those are days that they mark off on the calendar, like a whole week of them, that for some reason, if we have days off, that we can add and extend the school year to fill in those days, kind of thing. So we only had enough days off to fill one of our contingency days. So my daughter has like a half day on Monday. So I've got to go in, drop her off, and then like in a couple hours, which would be when our stream was going, I'd have to go back and pick her up. So yeah, it's one of those ones where I kind of have to end the stream or not do the stream on next Mondays so that I can be available to go pick her up from school and do all that stuff. So So be aware that next Monday we will not have a stream. There was something else. For those fans of our Dungeon Protocols streams, that's our gaming group that I play with, that I am the head of the ship, the captain of the ship of. We will not be doing a stream on Saturday because of the BookFest that we will be at, and then the corresponding graduation party the day after. But we will be doing a stream on Tuesday the 9th, playing Destiny 2, checking out all of the new stuff, the final update, the final season, the end of the line. So if you'd like to check that out, or if you're a frequent viewer and want to come by and say hi, Tuesday evening we will be doing a non-normal day stream, or not, it's not during the day, it's during the evening time, but yeah, outside of our normal Saturday stream. So essentially, that's what I'm saying. So but yeah, things to look forward to, things to be aware of, stuff like that. I will keep letting y'all know what's going on with all of that as we get closer, just as reminders, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, all right, onwards, upwards. So let's see, a couple weeks ago, where is it at? Ooh, they're getting my garbage. Sweet, they got my garbage. I can go get my garbage can. Sweet. Okay, a couple weeks ago we worked on these guys. These were my sticker business cards. Getting everything, might have even been a month ago, a while ago. Anyways, updating all of the backgrounds, put both characters on here, changed some of the wording and how things worked. We also redid the backs to include the blue sky logo here as well. So just put all of those elements together. But now we need to go through and we need to update the same stuff for our bookmarks that we make. So that is the plan at the moment for today. Rotate view. That would be 180, so I want to go minus 90. Nope, I was wrong. View. Positive 90. There we go. So we're going to move some of the stuff over from these bad boys here and then get this all updated and set up so that we can make some more backs for so we can make some new bookmarks, which I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to do some fancy stuff with them or not. I don't know. I may have to mess with the design a little bit today. That's why it's kind of a day thing, whole day thing. So that's the plan at the moment. Negative 90. There we go. What else do we got going on? Hey, Bishak. Wait a minute. You posted something, but it didn't go through. What was that? Hold on, let me refresh my chat. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, it's a screaming orange? Everything's being really weird right now. Slow. Okay, there it goes. Yay, it updated. Lemon hype. Lemon hype. Thank you, Bishak. Okay, so... that's right. This has changed a little bit. Okay, that's fine. And then part of this is gonna change. I try to keep things as simple as I can and not do I like, if I'm going to do like a whole bunch of color on one side of the bookmark, I don't do color on the other side. I like to do the black and white like I have here, just to balance those two things out. So I'm going to have to make some more room here. I gotta fix this anyways because that's bad. I'm not gonna get rid of that. I'm just going to. Okay, so those are on their own layers. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we should be all separated out now, which is good. How you doing today, Bishak? How are things going? How's your day? It's a Monday, by the way. Happy Monday, everybody. Okay, so that's that. We'll put those two together. I want to get rid of those. Yeah, I forgot everything's backwards. Ooh, no. Guess that should be center. Okay, so now I gotta move. Now I gotta fit everything. Because everything's funky dory here. Let's see. This one is the problem right now. Let's go in here. Two groups. Yeah, so it's the wrong. There we go. I'm still finding instances where that color is not the correct black color, and I still don't understand how that happened, how that came about. Still being funky. Come on, unlock. Jeez. Jesus. Let's move these guys over. I wonder if I should center that. So what is our length here? 4.5. Is that right? 0 is there. Uh, 2x7. Okay. Hey, good morning, Alex. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, this is 2x7. So 4.5 would be middle. Oh man, everything's off here for some reason. One more week. One more week of what? Till our next, for our final update? Our Destiny final update? Is that what you're talking about? Already touched on that just a little bit. Don't think that's right. Oh yeah, I'm wrong. It's 3.5, 3.5, 3.5. I did math wrong. Okay, there's center. Perfect. We can move this other stuff. Let's unlock all those. Yay, final update. It's the final countdown. Delete you. Delete you. You're welcome. I know it's not what you wanted, but it is what you get. Okay, I think our QR needs to go to the right a little bit. Maybe just a few tabs. There we go. I could feel it. I was thinking more of Adele, Skyfall. Oh, gotcha. I'll add that to my repertoire. I don't know. I realized these two things were way off. Okay, that's not bad. Let's do... There we go. Now I know where center is without having to do this. You've heard it before, at least through memes. Yeah, probably, but... I can't remember it off the top of my head at the moment. Let's see. It's much bigger. Okay, so if I wanted to do... I think this is going to work. I might separate those. I have some experimenting to do here. Hey, Vern, thanks for putting your points towards our assistant. Thank you, everybody, for putting your points towards our assistant. I don't think I like those separated. Okay, that's fine. Let's do an experiment real quick, though. We want to go from this guide to this guide. If it'll let me. Go. Okay, perfect. So if I wanted to do a radius, I could. Inside, there we go. Okay, cool. I don't think it'll let me do it on the... Well, maybe it will let me do it on the other end too. Yes, okay, cool. Just enough design area that if I want to do a fancy curve on the design for the other side, actual printed side, the color side, then I can actually round off this, kind of like a, I don't want to say typical bookmark, but some bookmarks have their rounds like that. Cool. I don't think I can do my other idea, which is to do a special cut. But at least I have some versatility here with this design now. Everybody's putting their points in. Are we close? We're at 86% raised. We got 13 days left. We need about 4,200 points. And then Sora gets her little treat. Okay, so let's turn this back to normal. Rotate. Reset. Okay, so this is what its normal design looks like. Old characters. What else did I do here? That's all. That's fine. We don't need that. Don't save. Got these guys. Oh, I put the little buttons on the. Could do that here. don't know if that's necessary though. What I could do, just to give it a little bit of something. Let's see, I have to find, let's go to coloring pages. Let's go here. Select all, copy. Actually, no. I want the square. Oh, those aren't squares. Christmas. Select all, copy, that. Bring this up to 20% is what I had it on the other page. It would give it a little something. What are you making today? Just tuning in? Oh, I am working on updating the backs to my bookmarks that I've made. So I went through and redesigned or reset up my business card setup here. I think I have a picture of it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. Should be on. Go to here. Live stream graphics. There's that. Okay. Aha. Okay, here we go. Shameless plug. Bed. Okay. Get rid of the guides. We don't need those. So these are the little business cards that I made. So what I do is I actually print them out in the black and white. That's what you're seeing here. This is the back. And then where is the front? Did I already move? I already took off the front. Is that it? And stickers, yes. Okay, so this is the back. This is the front. And you can see they've got these little marks here, these little dark black like ovals. That is to hold the little 2x2 sticker that I make, that I print out myself and laminate. There's little notches for the sticker to actually go in that hole. So, but I use that design, this design for the back of the bookmarks that I print out myself and do as well. So I needed to be updated with the new graphic with the 2 characters on it. It needed to be changed. The logos here added blue sky because I'm on there a bunch. And just kind of get things spiced up a little bit, looking good. That type of thing. Make sure that they're consistent across each other, so that I can work on some new designs too. But I gotta get the backs working first before I can do the fronts. I'll show you kind of this is what the last ones look like. So I would print out a whole page of these like this. And you can see it's the same design, but with different color variants so that people could pick their own colors if they wanted to. So this would be the front. This was the old backs. You can see Basic just had buttons on it himself, but we have more characters now, so we'll put the second character on there. Move some things around, added, like I said, that extra social media setup on it. Get that all put together. And then we can work on some more, we can work on some designs here in a few minutes. We had this one, which is kind of like a summer flavor vibe to it. So you could, buttons with the bees is down at the bottom. That would be the part that would be inside your book. And then if you wanted to have the bookmark stick out, then you could have this: be kind, be curious, be a reader. This is a quote from Dreamer. She came up with this one. This was her idea. And then the last one we did, which was actually a pretty popular one, was the I Heart Books, where Buttons is reading the first book and the second book. So we've got those old designs. Those ones we're probably going to give away for free at our upcoming event because they're old. And then the new, as we work on new designs here, probably today, here very shortly, then I'll probably have those for sale at future book events. Little cheap guys. Okay, is there anything else that we need? I don't mind the dots. The dots give it a little texture, which is good. Better than the flats like this, but this is the thing, I always go back and forth. I'm like, oh, I need to add something to this, but this also gets that 2x2 sticker right in the middle of it, so it's gonna have color and pop all on its own kind of thing. So trying to blend and mix those two ideas, to have the black and white and the color, and not just do like color for the whole thing. Trying to be conscious of that. I say eco-friendly, but it's not. I guess it's not eco-friendly, but there we go. Okay, so we should be able to drop those down to, what was it, 20%? Yeah, that works. Hey, Sonny, good morning. Man, a big crowd today. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody's Monday going? Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Do I want to add a shadow? No shadow for those guys. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. Saved. Let's go ahead and export that. See what it looks like. Desktop. Okay. Now we should be able to open up this. Actually, let me... Let's get rid of that at the moment. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to name all my stuff so that I can find it easier. Trying to be a good designer. Okay, I just copied and pasted those. quality on this. Yeah, see, these are going to come out blurry. I don't like that. I was afraid of that. For web percent, let's go like 200%. Let's go 400% just for shits and giggles. Make it nice and big. Let's say this should go nice and big. Yeah, still gonna do weird things. Okay, well, we won't do that then. We'll do it the legit way. The legit way. Copy. Lock. Let's group all these together so I don't lose anything, just in case. By the way, Dreamer, if you are in here, the boy is awake.
Sunny_Ruth says save your work.
Hey, thank you, Sunny. Appreciate that. I did save my work. I do appreciate you letting me know, though. Okay, yeah, much better. That'll print better. Weird. Off. Hey, what Oh, I'm on the wrong layer, that's why. But I was like, why is everything so weird? I should have known because it wasn't the same color. It's doing some weird jumps too. Weird. Oh, I still have doubles up of the guides. Why do I have weird guides here? What did I do? Did something here. Messed something up. Oh, that's right. This is the old style. Don't want that one. Okay, so that no longer works. That's bad. I made some errors in here somewhere that I don't understand. Okay, so it's not on that one. I screwed something up somewhere. I've got duplications of stuff that I don't want. Guides. Copy this. That's still okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save it like Sunny said. I'm gonna make a duplication of this. Okay, so I got all of these bad boys here. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. And let's paste this here. No, okay, so it is bringing over guides from something. Can I save that one? Okay. I don't need that one. Don't save. Sometimes using Adobe is figuring out what the hell you did. What layers were open and which things you just duplicated across. Trying to remember what the heck is happening. Okay, so we should be back square. But now I'm missing a guide here. Okay, now we're back on track. Yeesh. Comedy of errors right there. Okay, should be in line, should be on and be good here. Okay, there we go. That one did it right. East. Yeah, thought so. That should work out perfect that way. Okay, there we go. That should be right. The only thing that I want to change I believe this is a PNG. Image. I think I want to change that one out. I think, do I have one that is, it doesn't have the round, it does have, it's round, it doesn't have the, okay, let me double check. That's clear outline, nope, nope. Okay, so I need to make one. Okay. It is this one. Is it this one? No, there's got to be a different one. Okay, yeah, no, it's not that one. That's the inverse. That's the one I'm looking for. Cool. Let's see. Export as. We'll try it and see what happens. New logo, white and black. White circle. I'm gonna change up that one too. Okay, so I should be able to do this. Relink. Select this one, drag it in there. Place. I shouldn't have to do anything to it. Yeah, should do the things that I want. That one's good. This one, same thing. Relink. Put that one there. Place. Okay. Yeah. Make sure and embed it so that it is in the file itself. Let's do this one. Same thing, relink. Add. Move over. Get this one. I know, I feel like I'm doing this the hard way. Bad. That's okay. Okay, cool. That should do that. Go ahead and embed that one. Close, close, lock. Yeah, there we go. So now the Now the stuff goes behind it, so.
Weird Mr. Alex _ says big stretch.
Do a big stretch, Mr. Alex says. I will do that. Thank you very much, Alex. Got our stuff saved here. Ugh. Just in time for our ad break here, coming up in about 3 minutes. Actually, it gives me enough time. Perfect timing, actually, here. We'll go over to our live camera. That's off. Nope, that's wrong. Ooh, where's our assistant at? No, she's out there somewhere. I'm not sure where, but she's out there somewhere. Since our trash did just come get picked up, I'm actually going to go out and move my garbage cans back into my yard real quick. But we are going to do a 3-minute ad break here shortly. So I'm going to leave it on this screen. We can see if the assistant comes back around, and then you guys can check to see if there's any birds, cool stuff that's happening out there. We got some squirrels and stuff that have been coming by. Assistant is MIA, yes, big time. I'm gonna go do some stretching out to the garbage can. There you go. And then we'll be back here after our break, so stick around. I will be right back. She's out there hiding from us. She's being silly girl. Oh, there she is. She like knows exactly where the cameras are pointing, so she hides. She's like, nah, not today. Not today, fool, not today. She roams around a bunch. We had a bunch of quail in the yard this morning, which was kind of fun. And our resident squirrel friend that lives out there, I think his name is... I don't remember what his name is. Larry? No. 360 cam on a pole in the middle of the yard. Problem solved. You know, so for a little bit I had the mobile camera, which is just a old iPhone on a tripod. I used to have it like out on the corner of the deck, and the sun, it would heat up so much that it would cause it to shut off because it got too hot. So I think we do own a 360 cam here, or there's one floating around the house somewhere. It was part of something that Dreamer was using for real estate stuff at one point. But I don't know, it's an old one. It could work, possibly, but I don't know how well those do in sun and heat as well. Like I said, that was the problem I kept having with putting the mobile camera out too far, is it would heat up and then it would shut itself off because it overheated. So I don't know how that would work. Or if it would work. I don't know. Something to experiment with at some point. We'll play with it someday, maybe. I don't even know if that little 360 camera works at all. Who knows? Yeah, she's hiding right underneath the camera here. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Get distracted by dogs. Okay, so this should be good now. We got this one fixed as well. Let's make sure that's saved. That one's saved. Let's go ahead and save this as well, just in case. Yeah, that's good. That one's good. Oops, wrong folder. Okay, which means our template file is wrong. That's the big deal. This one is out of date. This one no longer works. Okay. So we need to get rid of that. Make a duplicate of this. What's up, Jeff? You're out of here? Where you going? You going to the movies? Nice. Have fun. Be safe out there. Be careful. All of those things. Drive safe. Cool. Have fun. It is warm out there, yes. Indeed. They decided, the school, not to say the school, but the leadership committee decided that today was senior ditch day for Reno high school students. So Jeff was off on his own. He decided he was going to participate in the senior ditch day. So he slept in, made plans with his friends, and now it sounds like they're off to go watch a movie. So how many of y'all did senior ditch day back in high school? The school decided that? No. The leadership did. Like the senior leadership day. No, the school can't, like, they can't, if they don't want to lose their funding, they can't suggest that the kids do senior ditch day. So, no, it was the senior leadership, like every school has their student council or whatever like that. They came up with it because normally it would be on the Friday. It would have been last Friday, but they moved it to this Monday instead. So all the time, multiple days. That's called just ditching. That's just you ditching school, Alex. That's all that is. Oh, now I'm starting to question whether or not Alex even finished high school here. And yeah, I thought so. I'm starting to suspect Alex. Funny enough, I didn't finish. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, senior class government. Yeah. I was a good student. That's not true at all. I wasn't a bad student. I just decided I when I was in high school, I don't know why. I was just like, I just didn't do a senior ditch day. I was also averse to a lot of things that, because it was a very small high school that I went to. When the popular people ran around and said, we're going to do XYZ, I was just like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not doing that shit. So that's mostly where my aversion to like not participating in senior ditch day was. I also didn't participate in the senior prank either when I was in high school. So I don't even remember what ours was. I don't know. Some of those old-timey ideas were just like meh to me. Attendance wasn't the issue. I told the school board I wasn't showing up anymore after I failed to graduate my second senior year. Gotcha. You're just like, nope, I'm done. Nah, I'm done. Y'all can go kick rocks. That one's good. Alex, did y'all have Votech classes? Man, my high school was so small. We're lucky we even had computer rooms. The funny part about our high school is when my uncles and stuff like that went through our high school, they actually had a vehicle shop class, so you could actually go in and work on your car and stuff like that, and they would teach you, how to change oil and do all that stuff. So they had some of that stuff before I got into high school, and by the time I got into high school, they had taken all of that away. We were lucky we had a community television channel station in one of the buildings, so we actually got to work on videos and stuff and produce a little community event calendar stuff for that. And I think we had a foods class, so we had a kitchen setup. Those were the two things we had, and I would not consider those like vocational tech classes or CTE or any type of like current setup of things at all. Like we we didn't have anything. No trades classes, yeah, no carpentry, masonry, nothing, no auto. We didn't have any of that. Heck yes, we had our own radio station. You had a radio station? I do have to say we did have, because it was small enough, we had a black and white, like we were the last classes to be able to do black and white film processing, because they had a little dark room and stuff at that high school, but that was it. Like it was dying when we were there. It was getting ready to go out, like with most things. We had a photo workroom, yeah. Our graduating class was about 200 seniors. It was small. Our school was tiny. Just a little guy. Just a wee little guys. I know when I got to Sacramento and started talking to other students who came from Sacramento high schools and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, ours was like 1,000, 2,000 students. I was just like, Jesus, that's a lot. Like I knew everybody. I knew all the people in my school. Cultural shock, I would say, is what it was. My high school was pretty big, yeah. I don't know if you want to give away your location. Where did you go to high school, Vern? You can just give me a state? Yeah, give me a state. In PA. Okay. Nothing. Most high schools around me didn't have anything of the sort. Yeah, Sonny was in Texas. I figured as much. Alex, where did you go to? Okay. Where everything is bigger. So Vern is the only one that's moved around a little bit. The rest of us have not have not migrated very far from our original landings. And of us have living wise. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe that's why I needed the battle cruiser. Yes, in order to get out of the solar system? Is that how that's working? Don't feel too bad. I literally didn't move very far either, so I spent most of my time in the border town of California, and then as soon as it got too expensive, I literally jumped that border to Nevada, which is 30 minutes away, so I did not make it very far either. Like, it's not, I would not consider that a big move or a jump. 2 states, I mean, but they are literally connected to each other. did not make it very far. Okay, so I don't know if you heard the question before, Sunny. Did you participate in Senior Ditch Day when you were high school senior? I don't think Vern ever answered either. The schools themselves didn't have anything. All that kind of stuff got pushed onto offsite schools that counted for credits, but it took time away from actual high school. Yeah. That's a sucky setup, because if you don't have means to get around to those things, that's rough. It puts it just outside of your reach, which is dumb. I know, we were told we could take part in it. We couldn't take part in it, otherwise we would be penalized. There were buses, but you also had to qualify for it. Oh, okay. Whoops, I read that wrong. I was thinking that was Sunny. You guys with the green colors, both having green, it's funny. Yeah, that's the thing about it, Alex, is it, like I said, if it's just outside of your reach, then you're screwed. You lose out on that, which is a dumb system. My year is when they cracked down on it. You know what? I went through the same thing, Sunny, where the previous year got to go to Disneyland for their like senior trip, and they fucked it up so royally that we got punished for it, which sucked. And we had to go to some stupid little chintzy place, and it was terrible. Like, it was not fun at all. It was dumb. The trades are important, and high schools not having classes at the school is just silly. So that's the interesting thing about kind of what we're doing here in Nevada is they're moving into career and technical education. That's what they call CTE programs. That's the one my daughter's going to, and the program that she's going to major in is welding. So she'll actually have some kind of certification for welding and stuff like that when she gets done. I think she's also going to double major essentially in engineering, or have a minor in like engineering stuff as well. So I think some of that stuff is changing again back towards stuff like that. I know for my son's high school, they have cut a lot of his programs as far as like art programs and things like that. Like he had his animation program and stuff cut, which is dumb, but I think that his school is more in a restructuring phase. So I think where my daughter's school was a brand new school that they just built, and they were bringing in all of that CTE program stuff. My son's school is an old school that has been around for forever, and I think they have to deprecate a bunch of the programs that are there so that they can rebuild some stuff. Unfortunately, it'll be after he's gone, but yeah, you get the brunt of that. Qualify for the schools. Boo. Yes, I participated in senior skip day. Okay. So Vern's a skipper. Alex was a serial skipper, so that's different. Also, being in Washington, they tend to focus more on tech like game design and programming. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't see that, Alex. Lots of studios up that way. I can see that, yes. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. creative people. So that's the interesting thing. We could talk about this a little bit, but my son got into the special program for his high school for animation, and that was his whole deal. Why he wanted to go to this high school is because of that. And when they decided to cut the program, it was kind of like, okay, we live in a state where we don't have state tax because the gaming industry, like the casinos and stuff like that, pay the revenue from what they make and stuff, they get taxed, and they pay basically pay for it through the gaming, which is huge here. IGT, I forget which one it is, IGT. Huge here, always recruiting. They always needing animators and UI developers and everything like that. So to look at a state like we have here and some of our most important like backers and stuff like that, and then to cut the program that actually would back part of that, is like, it didn't make any sense to me. It's like you're cutting that for the wrong reasons. It was weird. It's dumb. I'm still salty about it, if you didn't know. If you couldn't tell. I think I'm more mad because my son has worked really hard to build up all of this stuff for high school, and did all of his higher end classes, he got college credits and everything like that, part of this program, and even won 2 state championships for animation for his school. One before his program was cut and one after his program was cut, and that doesn't mean jack and shit. So I'm salty about that part, is that he was able to prove to them that he can compete and beat every other school in the state in this animation competition, and that was not enough to keep it, which is like dumb. He proved it to them. And they're stupid heads, stupid poopy heads. Anyways, I'll get off my high horse now. What else do we want to talk about? What else are we excited about? I'm excited for Tuesday, for the 9th. Oh, Dreamer's home. Hello. Let's see, we need a backdrop of some sort. How's it going? You know you forgot your printout.
Do you know where the TTL stuff is?
Yes, it's in the garage. Yeah, I can help you with that. Yeah, you wanna make the phone? Okay. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go grab something for Dreamer. I'll put you on the assistant camera quick to see. You guys can watch her for a second. Okay, I have returned. Okay, what does Alex say? But it's also weird because Boeing is headquartered here along with its biggest assembly plant, so you'd think they'd want some shop classes to get people there. You're not wrong, Alex. It is quite interesting, the industries that are available in different states, that there's not more of a, well, I guess it kind of makes sense. Can't have everybody working on Boeing parts and stuff like that all the time. I don't know if y'all know, there's this weird statistic that that they use when they're trying to figure out economic things like that, and it has to do with unemployment, and there has to be a certain amount of unemployment in order, otherwise the economy crashes, which is a wild idea to think about. But I think that kind of like the broad idea of that is like you can't have 100% of one thing or of the most important thing, otherwise everything else falls apart around it, kind of thing. It's weird. There's no direct path for anything here. I don't think there, to be honest with you, I don't think there's a direct path for anything anymore. And that goes even for like my understanding of how the book publishing world and stuff works now. Bringing it back to, the stuff that I'm working on. The more I learn about traditional publishing and self-publishing and everything else like that, I honestly don't think there are any direct paths anymore. I blame our parents. They said, do better than us, and they were in blue-collar jobs. Then we went to college, racked up debt for a piece of paper to not even make a decent living. Yeah. It feels less DSO than other career. I think that you both are hitting on the same thing. Something that the previous generation saw as a pathway through everything. Go to college, go to school, get an education, get a good job, buy a house, have a family, live life. Like that's the pathway that they saw a lot during their early generations, and that pathway is not the same. It's not there anymore. So they're harping on the ideas that are not applicable. I'm mainly talking about budget cuts. I mean, it's the same thing, right? It's because of that, those pathways disappear because of budget cuts. Same thing, like I was talking about with my son, because they decided to budget cut and cut his animation programs. He was not able to finish his animation certificate that he had specifically been selected for to go and do and accomplish. And they cut him off halfway because of that budget cut. So that pathway and that certificate that he would have gotten for it, gone in that same respect. So it all rounds about back to the same thing. The same ideas. There. Nice. I don't understand budget cuts when most US schools has education ranks so low globally. Yeah. There I go, not even spelling correctly. Don't get me on this soapbox. Yeah. I'm the same way, Vern, where I start getting into it and I get frustrated and I was like, it doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. But I definitely quit before I got my bachelor's BC at that rate. I was going, it felt like a waste of time. Yeah. Hi, what's up, streamer? Working on Bookmark.
The long one? Or, oh, this is a bookmark. I thought you were working on it.
No, not yet. I haven't started working on these little guys yet. No, went through and updated our bookmark setup stuff today because that was the next thing that I needed to get done. Got these all changed out. Oops. Yep, added patch in here. Got this all worked around.
Nice.
Looking nice. So added our new information. So that's ready to go. So now we've got some time to play around with some designs. So yeah. What are you up to?
They're gonna call me back.
Okay, cool.
And then I might go to Shoes.
Cool. What'd you get in that shoes?
Shoes has a purple U on there.
Oh, there you go. Sweet.
What you do?
I'm streaming.
Hi, stream.
Sunny's here, Alex is here, Inverness is here.
Alex and Inverness.
We're talking about bullshit stuff. Things we're upset about. She says, hi.
Hi. Things you're upset about.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah. Oh, I did. Oh, before you go.
That's what I was thinking.
I have those little, I have a couple of those little
But
rings
then what do
from,
you put it on?
I don't know. I thought about this too. Yeah.
How would you?
I think we can buy those.
This is.
I don't
I
either.
guess you put it on your keychain.
Yeah, or a backpack or something like that. Just a loop.
Okay.
I was looking at these little guys, little jump rings and stuff like that. And I remembered I had these bigger ones. Creative ideas are flowing. Alex says hi.
Bye.
Anyways, yeah, we could play with that more later. Figure it out. Let's see. I went back and got a GED, but it was still dumb. No, that's good. As long as you have it. Especially because they wanted me to take classes that had nothing to do with what I was trying to get my bachelor's in. Values of the school, they said. I was like, BS. Yeah. Bye, because BC, I'm different. Lol. Yeah. Sunny says bye, just to be different.
Oh, bye.
No, I did something similar to that when I went to college, Sunny. I went to a junior college first, and I got done with all of the I want to say the bullshit credits, but all the mandatory things that they wanted me to do, math, English, history, whatever like that. I did that there, paid, far less money because I did that. And then I transferred to a UC. I transferred to UC Davis, and then just straight did art programs the entire time. So I didn't have to do any of the fluff stuff that they wanted me to do, and I could just focus on the things that I wanted for career and stuff like that, which evaporated later on. Anyway, that's different. Back on that. Back on the list. Okay, so I need to go back. I have to decide if I want to put a topper on this or not. So the previous version of the bookmark, I actually had a top piece. We can keep ranting and raving. I'm gonna work a little bit in the back, in the background. Don't mind me. I never understood that about college. Just let people take the classes that help with the major, nothing else. Yeah. I don't know why it makes you think of that, Sunny. That's weird. Yeah. No, because if you get into a If you complete your 4 years and want to get a master's, then you are specifically only doing that. Like you are doing residencies, you're doing galleries, you're doing whatever else it is. Like you're full-time just in that setup. Why isn't college like that from the beginning? Like it doesn't make sense. Like you're there to do, like you said, and you do want to do, like, you want to have some certain stuff for well-roundedness, right? Like you do want to have a general knowledge of certain things, but I spent 2 years getting my general education out of the way. So half of my time was spent on general education. And then I could go play and do the stuff. Maybe it should be more 25-75? I don't know. But really, I had to test out of gym class in college. So stupid. But that's graduate undergrad is filled with dumb classes. Yes. And then they have to do that because U.S. High schools are awful in terms of education. Yeah. So they need to bring students up to a low college level. Yeah, that makes sense. They're having to make up for the ending. Yeah, that makes sense. It goes back to the same thing. We've looped around back to the same thing. Cutting programs and doing all that stuff just hurts in the long run. Every inch of the chain afterward then suffers on those principles. So we're getting into politics. Let's get away from politics. I want to save this. I don't want to lose that. Let's find something more happy to talk about. What is your next adventure, Vern? You've been on the circuit, driving around doing all kinds of fun photography stuff. What's next on the docket? You got more traveling involved, more... I want to know cool stuff that people are doing. I know Sonny's flying around in the, You're going to the World Cup? No fucking way. Are you serious? Are we for real right now? I'm on the Associated Press photo team. God damn it, Vern. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Hot damn. Thank you. Yeah. I've been afraid to tell people, no, that's fucking awesome. Which stadium Alex asks? Are they doing multiple stadiums? I would assume for multiple games. Or are you doing the main one? I remember being told you're not going to make it in college if you guys don't shape up. I get to college and I'm like, it feels like we are having our hands tied or held through it. Yeah, they want you to semi be successful. Seattle is hosting a couple of them. Okay. So they are spreading it out across the country here. Multiple stadiums, multiple countries, US, Mexico, Canada. Okay, cool. I'll be at Dallas. AP is not traveling. Footages. A lot in this tournament. They have dedicated photogs. Am I saying that wrong? To each stadium, and then they combine for semis and finals. Gotcha. So you're in the Dallas one. Okay, that makes sense. See, Bryce, this is what I'm saying. You need to interview Vern. She's got just a wealth of knowledge and connection and stuff like that. She's really cool. She's an awesome person. I speak very highly to her about everybody I meet. I do let people know though that if you play Destiny with her, expect to have a rocket shot into the back of your head from her. That's the only negative thing I say about her. Burn. Everything else is good. Photogs, photographers. I gotcha. That's my guess. I read his thing. I keep forgetting to message him. Yeah, you guys need to get connected. And I'll jump off sometimes. Yes, that is also true. You also get snuck into Grandmasters. That's different. That's when she's in control. Alex, you like it. Okay, kind of like that. No! I mean, we did put him into a couple, didn't we? Yeah, a couple. Take your time. I'm going to be visiting Tahoe this weekend, so I can't even set anything up until I get back around the 11th. Yes, he's going to come visiting me. You didn't just launch it. We discussed it. We knew that was on the docket. I'd say it was not a surprise. We knew you wanted to do that, Bird. I knew you wanted to do that. I'm just surprised because we did that dungeon a bunch of different times. I swear in the back of my head we took you to it. I know I took Bishek through it. I swear to God I took you through it before, besides when we did it last on Saturday. I don't know why it was in my head that we had already done that. Oh, yeah, pop culture has definitely influenced you in photos. I think it has to do with culture and media and everything else like that, Vern. It's not like all of the little pieces of things that have been a part of your life, things that you can remember about growing up, and parents taking you to a movie, or things you saw on TV for the first time, friends that showed you things, or basically any type of that. It's kind of like the pop culture part of it is the framing of your story kind of thing. No, not necessarily like pop culture celebrities, anything like that. You can like when Bryce and I did our interview, we talked about basically all those things. How much, different types of music influenced me, how I found anime, and how that changed a lot of my artistic style. How much like sports played a role in my life early on, and physicalityness, and then learning about all kinds of different things from that. So it's kind of like taking your story of your life and putting it in and talking about all the different pieces that not necessarily influence it, but were sprinkled in there. I think we talked about when Pogs came around, and that was a huge thing during school. Like some of those, like it's a lot of the stuff that we talked about today early on, classes and stuff. Like you had photography classes at your high school and stuff like that. That was obviously a huge set up for you to be able to get into photography now. So no, it doesn't have to be super pop culture, because pop culture is one of those things that it evolves over time and changes, and something that wasn't pop culture before is now pop culture, and you can talk about that, which is cool. You were a music nerd? I knew it. Music is good. I love music. I heard Britney Spears. Yeah, it's much more than just media. Pop culture is also popular concepts, beliefs, memes, not the internet ones, etc. Okay, I still have my pogs. I still have mine too. Dreamer still has hers as well. We need to bring our pogs out and have a pog tournament at some point again. You and me.
I have better slammers.
She does have better slammers than me though. I didn't take photos in high school, nor was I in the yearbook team. I was in music. Were you in band? You're a band nerd? Ooh, I get photos on Discord. Yay! Band nerds unite. Look at that, Sunny. Sunny's all over it. Sunny was a swimmer. Damn good one too. You can put that in chat. You did marry a nerd. Dreamer's telling me she's married a nerd. I don't know if I should be happy or offended. Do something different. Oh, dang. Vern was a flute soloist? She knew how to play the pipes?
She's a flutist?
She was a flutist. Alex played trumpet in band? I never got into band. I should be playing in professional orchestras or something. Oh, you're only going to the World Cup as a photographer. Greatness was just baked into you. God damn it. Yeah, my brother was the one that got the music, I don't even know what you would consider he was musically inclined. I was not. So I never got into band. Never played an instrument. Oh, Sonny says he loved marching band. Interesting. Marching band was freaking awesome. Oh, dang. Got to wear the sousaphone? Dang.
I wore the sousaphone.
Dreamer wore the sousaphone too. I was in drumline for marching band. Lol. That's from Vern. Maybe that's what DPS should be. It should just be band geeks. That's essentially what it has come down to. Bryce says, I didn't do school band, but I was in a few post-hardcore bands. Haha. Yes, you were. I've seen the photos. That counts. Yeah, see, Vern says, that counts. Colors are being weird right now, though.
Green and blue.
Lime green and blue? It's the wrong blue, though.
Hmm?
The wrong blue. I've got
No, what?
the orange and the blue, but
No, green and blue.
you like that?
I love it.
It's like the last one I did. No. Maybe I don't fix what's broken? Because I did these before.
Yeah. This is different. This is lime green and bright blue.
Alright. Dreamer says alright. I always wanted to be in band when I started playing guitar, but was too introverted to try getting anything going or audition for something. All those late nights in the parking lot. Alright, I need to wrangle the cats into a crate to go to the vet for their yearly. Wish me luck. Good luck with that! Give them some catnip, some cat crack. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Perfect fine. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I feel like this is not working correctly. I think I'm more saturated. Okay. Oh, I see why. I didn't recognize that that was on overlay. Shoot. That's why. I was like, why are the colors being so weird? Dang. Okay. Gotcha. I fixed it. Okay, so that one's broken now. Get rid of that. Is this the same way? It is.
Where's my lime green go?
We're getting back there. We have to make some adjustments here. Let's see. Sunny asks, how do ducks fart? I don't even want to know. Let's see. The worst part of the process was putting the shit together and getting people to join/try out. I got lucky a few times and just put stuff together with friends, but I lived in the rural NC, North Carolina, and there was not a lot of people to jam with. After running through the roster of locals, I gave up and went to school to focus on the business side of things. Yeah, it's not a bad thing, not a bad setup. A lot more opportunities open up now, especially with the connection on the internet and stuff like that. One of the questions that with their ass quack. No, Sonny, no. I laughed way too hard at that. Yeah, that was a question that I posed to our local group here in Nevada last time about publishing and stuff like that. Was something similar, like what are our resources that are around us? And basically the answer was there aren't. You should look out of state. Look for other people out of state to work with and do things with. It was like, oh, okay, cool. I guess I will have to do that, to look into that. So. All right, we are coming up on our next ad break here shortly. About 30 seconds here. So we'll pause at the moment. Let's go see what our assistant is doing out there. Oh, she's fully like laid out. She's just passed out there. But we'll take the 3-minute break here, and then when we come back, we'll see what else I can kind of putzing around on this idea. Nothing's really hitting quite yet, but getting the basics kind of set up and ready to go. So, but yeah, stick around. We'll be back here in a minute. Why are you victory screeching? Sonny, I was shooting some nature/wildlife photos this past week and got a duck pooping forcefully in midstream. Probably the funniest thing I've ever shot, and was not expecting it at all. Yes, that was when that came across my feed on Instagram, on the stories, and you literally had the frame by frame of that happening, I was like, oh, gross, but at the same time, really funny. Yeah, you should put your, what is your handle on there, Bryce? You should throw that so people can follow you there. Just in case. At Bryce the Bard. Yes, there you go. If you'd like to see a bird forcefully pooping itself, definitely follow at Bryce the Bard on Instagram. X, that's Y. The width is 2.75. That's the other way. It's 2. There we go. There we go. Got that set up. Best marketing I've ever had right there. Yeah, you're welcome. Anything I can do to help. Yikes. I would laugh if that actually did something for you, Bryce, and you all of a sudden got popular because somebody saw this and was like, I want to see some birds taking a shit. Never happened, but it would be funny. I victory screeched at my buttons. Yeah, I need to find something for you to spend them on. I don't know what that quite is yet, but I do need to find something. It's too bad there's not like some type of monetary value with connected to those in some way. I guess technically if you had, I could just give something away because if you've watched and subbed for that much, yeah, I guess that would work. I guess there is a monetary value to that. Let me think about it, Sonny. Let me figure it out. I have got some ideas. Something we can do here.
That's not lime green.
I think I've got all the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Currently, yeah, I mean, it just gives me variety. So I'm just kind of playing with the idea. I've got a red, purple, bluish, the greenish, and the orangish. I can make the green into lime, that's fine. I think I just need to up the saturation, maybe? Nope. Yeah, but there are different things that help determine whether or not something is lime colored. Some of that has to do with the saturation and stuff with those points as well. Because lime is more of a yellow-green. It was an accident. Nope. You like that one better? Okay. This is supposed to be the darker color. Yeah, I gotcha. I gotcha. And give it a little bit more vibrance on each one of those, and that one should already be good. Already gave that one a bunch of vibrance.
I think maybe we're going a different direction. Like, the other ones were lighter. I think these ones should be more like that.
Yeah, we definitely have way more vibrant colors on these ones than... Question is there something else we need to do with this? I mean, the design of this one's pretty simple with just these two guys on it.
Are you gonna put things at the top again?
We could put something at the top. It would be the same saying for, I don't know what to put up there quite yet. Book buddies? That's a lot of words.
Nah.
Yeah, it is. A lot of words.
Better. 8 words.
Yeah, that's a lot of words. I think fundamental change I gotta make. Let's see. Not those. Not that. Okay, there we go. Now you can see his whiskers.
Type it at the top.
Type what at the top?
Life's better when you have a book buddy.
I was a hauler this weekend in game. This week I'm going to be a miner or attempt to be. Nice. Sonny's working hard at his other job.
Which is?
Being a space
Right.
person.
Yeah.
I was gonna say pirate, but that's not true. Because you're a space worker? Space.
Space worker makes him sound like he's a hooker in space.
You're a space worker. Dreamer says that sounds like you're a space hooker in space. I don't think that's right. You are... I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll come up with an idea.
Space hooker?
Yeah, I'll come up with something better than space hooker.
You should type my city.
No. It's so cute, and I thought about it all by myself. You know what? He really didn't tell me anything. He just like got up, showered, did his all his. He didn't even come in and say good morning or hi or nothing. Just did all of his stuff and then came out and be like, "I'm going to a movie," and then just left. So I have no idea what's going on. I just told him to be safe, and that's about it. Don't be a space hooker, is what I told him. Or at least attempt not to be a space hooker, I guess. There are a lot of restrictions, yes. I'm very strict. Sonny is not a space cowboy, no. Are there... Sonny is a space black market pirate. Nope. Privateer? There you go. Privateer. That's the word. We got there. Thank you, Sonny, for the help. Thank you for the assist. None of us were going to get that. We're going to put that together. Hey, do you or Dreamer know what kind of journalism Jeff wants to go into? He doesn't really know quite yet. He's looking into the media part of it and seeing what, if they have kind of along the lines of the video editing and stuff, the production side of things maybe, but I think it's still kind of, I think he's trying to figure that out, or he's trying to go and see what's available and offered and kind of go from there. Seems to be the idea at the moment. I think he was bummed by everything that happened with the 3D animation stuff for his current school. So I don't know. I don't know quite what his passion is on that stuff yet. Kind of like, he's very similar to me when I went through college and stuff like that, where I wasn't sure, like I knew I wanted to be in doing stuff with the arts, but I wasn't quite sure what that looked like, where that was going to land me or lead me or anything like that. So like I had to go do the things, and it was like, oh, I want to get a degree in in art studio altogether. So that gave me more I don't say opportunities, but a bigger swath of things to look at, essentially, and take more classes in and do things. So I'm assuming Jerf will do the same, something similar. Sounds good. I was looking at books to get him, and I think I have a few in mind now. I mean, you never know. That's the thing. You never know what's going to hit. I did the one book that you got him that you were telling me about last time, you're like, that he should check out. I did reiterate that to him. I was like, I'm really honest. Like, Bryce said you should check that book out because it's got a lot of good information about journalism and everything else. And he's just like, I think he honestly considered it for a hot minute. So he's got major senioritis going on at the moment. So he's feeling the rest of that. Maybe once he gets into the college atmosphere, then he'll figure some stuff out. I still have senioritis. Yes, you do. You're scared of seniors. I know you are. I don't blame you. Seniors are scary. There we go. There we go. Fixed it. I've skipped school every day for 12 years now. Yes, you have. You are constantly on the run. No pressure. Once he starts school, it'll be something interesting to help him get back into the mindset. Until then, he should absolutely enjoy his time off. Oh, yeah, no. No, I think it's a... Jeff always does this when... And this is the funny story about this, is that every time he's transitioned from one part of his grade level to the next, he's always struggled being like, I don't know what to do, chase after, anything like that. So when they went from 8th grade to 9th grade, they had to write a letter, right? They had to sit down and write a letter to their future selves, their graduating selves. And he literally just wrote all that stuff down and been like, I don't know, I'm nervous, I'm scared about going into high school, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing, and da-da-da-da. So it's the common thing. It's very similar to what I went through when I was at his age, trying to make that life transition. Being like, I know higher education is technically what I want to do, and I think that's still valuable. I don't know what the heck that looks like long term. So he'll figure it out. He'll get there. We all do. Alex is still working on it after 12 years, trying to figure it out. He'll get there too. Inch and a half. Maybe we should make that small. I don't have any of my bookmarks on me. Inch is a little bit better. Maybe. Round off the corners, or I can do the, ooh, yeah. Is Jerv going straight to college, or is he taking an off year? No, he's going straight. He's already applied and accepted and everything. He's doing the things. He's off and running. We think of something like that. I know bubbles. Something different. Come here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I think those are kind of fun and interesting. It gives it a little bit different setup compared to the other ones that I've made. Not yet. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Moving a few things around. What do we think? The bubbles, this kind of setup looks. Gotta get going. Have a good one. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for coming by and hanging out for a little bit. Have a good day at the rest of your work. Maybe I'll change them up then. Do you want to duplicate that?
That's kind of cool. Like they each have their own background.
Mm-hmm.
I like the side stuff. Actually, the way that you just had it, like that. Yeah, because it's kind of that. So right now you've got your.
You want one whole? You want it to go all the way across?
Yes, because you know how you have your Polaroids right now, which is kind of a 70s feel.
Okay.
That also gives that 70s feel. Those lines, you know, they always do like the lines, the stripe, like stripes or the rim, like that gives it kind of like a vintage feel.
Like that? A vintage feel like
Yeah.
that? Okay. Should I do another one then? Because that part's going to be sticking out the top.
Yeah.
The only other thing I was thinking of with that would be to make this one smaller and then change the direction. You know how some of them do that? They have this zigzag that goes across. Something like that would work, maybe. So this top half, where this last zigzag, that's the part that would stick out of the top. Yeah, I think that if Alex is still here, he'd give us the heads up on the. We can do something different. You don't like the little shiny stars? No, I don't. Gotcha. Well, we've changed that.
Yeah, but then you would have.
I'm alright.
Like, I don't know if there's anything else.
We're getting into the box party surprise. I've got just basic stuff here, nothing super interesting. Let me do Copy. Copy.
Did it delete?
I did. Deleted it on purpose. I can put that there.
Oh, I see. Turn on all the colors.
Yeah, I'll get rid of the block that I had at the beginning or at the top. Jesus. Well, I smacked the hell out of that microphone. Sorry, everybody.
How about
Hopefully everything's still working correctly. Go back to what?
the blue one? You might have to change the blue one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play with that one some more.
I like the stripes.
Yeah, the stripes are fun. It gives us a little bit difference here. Why did you go over there? That's fun. I can do...
One you have like 3 iterations of.
3 iterations ago, that's...
No, like when you were messing with it, I was like, oh, that's great, because I could see all the different stripes.
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about, but I don't remember where that was at. You liked it better right there. Yeah, it's not a good color combination. Tahoe hit us. Dreamer! They're mad because I hit you. I hit them. God damn it, bro. Go be nice to Beth.
I think turquoise and blue is pretty.
I think turquoise and blue is good. Yeah, it's just not a great color combination. These two. Sorry, Sonny, I didn't mean to punch the
Why are you
microphone.
hitting the kids?
I didn't mean to hit the kids. I didn't mean to.
No,
That's vibrant. Is this vibrancy?
oh, maybe there.
This one. This one's brightness, so this will go white. Dark. That's a little bit better. Okay. Do I need to put a little white? You like the black here? Okay, put a 4 on that. Black is always a harsh color, though. Yeah, I know that. Why is everyone thicker?
I think you did white again, and they both were white.
It just looks more fresh and clean when it's white, that's all. Huh? It adds to our feel here, our 90s feel. Whatever you said. 70s. 70s vibes. A little triangle. Kind of looks like it's wrapped. Like a little wrapping paper. Yeah, ribbon. Well, it's just kind of, I had thought about a ribbon idea going from down here at the bottom and looping through them. So it's kind of giving that vibe as it is.
We could find that colored ribbon.
Mm-hmm. Like, do you want to cut a slot for the ribbon? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was trying to decide if I was going to take these and do something special, because when I plotted out the back side of this, I can actually go... Okay, let's see. How do I do this? I'm going to do... I think for here, I could actually round these off and it won't ruin any of the design on the back. So that I could have these like in a half circle kind of setup. Let me pick the ones I want. Like that. I could do a round like that, or I can do 45s. I think the 45s will work, I'm not sure. Just an option.
I like the square for the ribbon.
Well, we're gonna have rounds on the corners,
Yeah,
so... Should I put like their names in here? Buttons patch.
No, I think we need
That's I mean, we do need something up there. I don't.
Book buddy.
No book buddies. Silly girl. I don't know.
The more you know.
The more you know. Do I have to... Should have sticker sheet. I need to create a Stitch Tales logo graphic. Works. I don't think I have one here. On the back, though, is the thing.
Stay curious with the cute.
Stay curious, my friend. Yeah, I don't like that. Well, don't lock it.
Well, and I think people bought the bookmarks because they like the sayings you have.
Maybe.
There's a page away.
Where are you getting these? Your brain? Yeah, I feel like we do need something at the top. Don't know what it is though. Purple, blue, green. Orange. I like the red one. The red one's not too bad either. Very patriotic, yeah. Unintentionally. I am always unintentionally patriotic. I do want to make one with the birds at some point. And the bird. I could put... I could put a big button at the top. No?
We're not doing buttons right now.
Oh, why not? But he's the main character. No? Okay. Something. We need something. I don't know what. What else do I have? Pardon me. Yeah, that one definitely fits for book 2. Buttons being outside. This is book 1. And then this was just I Heart Books. I'll need to I need to make a new one of these for both of the 2 characters.
Best Friend Book Club?
Best Friend Book Club. I should probably, if we're gonna make this one like book 3 themed, I should put the box up here. I have to remember, I think it's in stickers. No. Where is it?
Think outside the box.
Think outside the box. That's a good one.
That's a great one.
It's a good one.
That's a really good one for a bookmark.
That is a good one. like they're coming out of it. It's gonna change how the image looks though, or how everything works.
You put the box lower and have something popping out that has the words think outside the box.
Possibly. Just kind of oddly sitting there though.
Maybe we just have the words think outside the box and it just has to do it.
Maybe. At least it fits with them now. Needed the white.
You get what I mean?
Hmm.
The box is sideways.
You want to turn it on its side?
That fits the line.
Oh, you want it to go in line with this?
Right on the box. Think outside the box.
Good. I could take the white off the box. Hold on for a second. It just doesn't look connected to them. Everything has a white outline around it. Don't worry about the points, I'll fix those.
I like it looks weird with the white.
Yeah, but it's also consistent.
Question is, you just write it in handwriting or you type it?
Probably would type it. Stop. Sheesh. That's right. What do you want it to say? We have to pick a font for it. You want it to be like handwriting? That's easier said than done. I just have to do some things to it. Rotate. Like that? Yeah, it's not bad. And then we'll have different variations, colors, so. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Different. Something different than we have, than we've had. Sweet. So at least we have 5 colors that we could pull over for this, which is good. All right, we are getting down to our last ad break here. Swap over, see where our assistant is. She's not on her spot. Ah, there she is. I found her. She's hiding from us again. All right, peoples. We got about a minute. Oh, the birds are out there yelling at her.
She had to get closer to the sun.
Yeah. We got about a minute and 30 seconds before our last ad break here. So we're going to pause what we were working on our little bookmarks here. We'll come back. We'll wrap up and then we'll go from there. So, yeah. There we go. Should I post a bird or sheep pic today? Ooh, which one do you want, Dreamer? Do you want a sheep or a bird?
Sheep.
Oh, Dreamer says sheep. So give us them sheeps. Question is, are you having fun posting your photos? Because we've definitely enjoyed seeing them. Bighorn it is. I'll post the one of the babies. There you go. You know, your mom has been watching Bryce's photos too. She enjoys those. Oh, there you go. You got a following. They're bad. Yes, thank you, Sunny. Always. I'm feeling so much better since I stopped worrying about posting reels. Good. Good. Always good. All right, peoples. 3 minutes ads, then we'll be back. Stick around. See you in a minute. All right, peoples, welcome back. Thank you for sticking around for those. Appreciates it. I know they don't generate a bunch of revenue, especially with the amount of people that we have in the stream. I know that they possibly could if we got a bunch of people in here. I don't know. Just kind of something. We're coming up on our 1 year experiment of doing these streams, so yeah, almost time to do an assessment and look at all of the things, the setups, figure out what's working, what's not working, what's good, what's bad, all the things. But we'll do that not this time, but fairly soon. Episode 156 will be 1 whole year of streaming 3 days a week, every week. Yes, there's 52 weeks in a year times 3 streams, 156. So 156 will be 1 whole year. So we will do a reassessment at that time, figure out what, like I said, what is working, what's not working, and go from there. I am going to see about fixing a couple things here real quick. That one's going way too high. But it has to stay there. I know what I can do. 1 point here, point there. Like that. Then we don't change any of the contents.
I texted your daughter.
Oh yeah, what'd she say?
I said, how are you feeling? Do you want to go to Shields today after school? Yes!
There you go. You got your answer.
She said, yay! There you go, babe.
There you go.
She said, yeah.
Cool. All right. But you missed a week during spring break. Yeah, I did miss a week, but we've made up the streams here. So we, like I said, once we reach 156, we'll have completed 1 full go around all the way. So that's the idea. So even though I missed a week during spring break, we added an extra week to the schedule. So it may not be happening at the same time of year as we started last year, but the amount is the same. So that's what I'm considering a full year's worth, is the 156. So all right. That will do it for today. That will be our stream. I will be back on Wednesday for working on some more of the stuff. We're getting ready for our big event on Saturday. We're going to have some guests coming and staying with us. Mr. Bryce Austin will be coming in and hanging out with us. So, like I said at the top of the episode, I will be doing Wednesdays, Friday stream, and then next Monday I will not be on because of the weird school schedule for the last day of school for my kids. Also Saturday we won't be doing a stream for Dungeon Protocols. That will be on Tuesday when the new the final release of all of the content for Destiny 2 comes out. The big final update, the final season per se. So yeah, that's the plan. That's what we're going to be doing. If you'd like to come by and hang out and say hi, feel free to drop by and do that stuff. Other than that, thank you everybody for coming by. Let me see. Alex, thank you Alex for being in here. Thanks Inverness. Thank you Sunny. Thank you Bryce. I know Dreamer was in here when she was watching from afar. I believe Bishak was here at the very beginning as well, sending me weird screaming lemons at one point. Pretty sure that's what was happening. But yeah, thank you all for coming by and hanging out and sticking with the stream. I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.